This is Fall of the Hammer and Sickle by Christian Reichardt. Daddy, are you okay? Asked Sammy next to her father as he is laying in bed having a flashback. Yes, I was having a nightmare, said Sam. Sam is a 40-year-old man living in Russia with his wife, Evelyn, and their daughter, Sammy. They have been living together as a family for 11 years and have been living happily. Sam has served in World War II and has a job as a mechanic and a farmer. Of what, Dad? Said Sammy, helping her father out of bed. Something that happened a while ago, said Sam. Can you tell me? Asked Sammy. How old are you now? Asked Sam. 10, said Sammy, disappointed at her father for not knowing her age. All right, you were getting to an age where I need to tell you stories about what your mother and I have been through, Sam told Sammy. It all started back when we first moved on the farm. I wanted to be a farmer in my spare time, so your mom and I bought this farm and a small plot of land to farm on. One day, I was out in the barn when a man pulled up to the house in a black Cadillac. He asked me if I could ever consider to join the army. I told him no, and he told me to consider it, and he left. Later that month, I decided to sign up for the army. I was shipped to Stalingrad for training, and that's where I met my best friend, Seth. We went through everything together, and that's why they paired us up. And we were sent to the big city of Stalingrad. 2 weeks had passed, and we got a note that Nazis were on their way straight to Stalingrad. Are Nazis the bad guys? Asked Sammy. Yes, honey, Sam explained. We were assigned to the 57th Army, and we started preparing this big apartment complex for the worst of it. If we were to lose the building, we would lose the war. I was told by Sergeant Yokov Pavlov to guard the building with my life. We have been learning about him in our school this week, said Sam. Did you know he was in charge of guarding a house for 60 days? Yes, that is good to know, Sam sighed. We were 1 week in, and we started to see Nazis more and more. They attacked the building day in and day out. We kept getting resources from trenches located behind the building. What happened to Seth? Asked Sammy. It was October 15th, said Sam. We were cleaning when Germans came to attack the house. We were still in shock when Sam got up to grab more ammunition when an explosion came from the south side of the hallway. I ran to see if Seth was all right. When I got down there, he had a long iron bar lodged in through his chest. He knew he was going to die. So he looked at me and said, "Never lose hope. Don't give them the advantage." He died in my arms, and there was nothing I could do about it. Time for dinner, yelled Evelyn. You heard her. Get yourself cleaned up now, Sam told Sammy. An hour has passed. Sam has been reading the paper in the living room while Evelyn walks in. She just got done cleaning the kitchen. Sam, are you still going to the hospital? Evelyn asked Sam, waiting for him to lie. No, honey. Why'd you ask? Asked Sam. Aha, yelled Evelyn. You lied to me again. I know you were still going there because I get a letter every week saying your attendance. Oh, I am sorry for lying to you, Sam preached. I was worried that if I told you the truth, you would leave me. I don't want that to ever happen. I am sorry. I don't want sorry, states Evelyn. I want the truth. You have been lying to me on an ordinary basis, and it's starting to get old. I don't think I can make it work. Make what work? Asked Sam. Us, yelled Evelyn, with a tear in her eye. Evelyn now bursts out of the room. She appears to be packing up her and Sammy's stuff into a briefcase. Sam tries his best to get them to stay, but she is set on leaving him for good this time. She leaves the house with Sam. Sam does not know what to do, so he sits and thinks a while. He comes to the conclusion that if he sits in his room and waits, eventually Evelyn will come in and get her stuff and have to confront him. Sam has been in his room for 3 days and does not leave for anything. He heard something walk into the house and walk around 2 days ago, but he just ignored it. He was starving and was thirsty, so when he came back out, he goes to the kitchen to find something to eat. On the counter, he sees a note. It states, "Be at the courthouse at 12:15. or I'll have complete custody of Sammy. Sam takes this as a threat by Evelyn and goes to the living room. He sees a paper there from 3 days ago and burns it. He walks around the house looking for Evelyn, but there's no sign of her anywhere. Sammy starts to feel alone when he walks into the room to call her mother. She does not pick up. Then he gets a phone call from work. He's been fired because he has not been there for 3 days. Sam is now getting dressed to go to the courthouse and win Sammy over. "Please rise," said the judge. 4 people were in the courthouse in front of him. There was Evelyn, her lawyer, Sam, and his lawyer. It has come to my attention that Mr. Sam has post-traumatic stress disorder from serving in the war. So I am forced to say that Evelyn has full custody of Sammy, and Sam will be able to visit once a week under supervision of Miss Evelyn or someone of her choosing until you can get rid of the disorder, get a job, and clean up your house. You have 3 months, then we shall have another court session to discuss new custody options. Court dismissed. Sam is now discouraged at the fact that he can only see his child once a week. He has decided to go to the hospital for help. He gets there, and they give him an apartment that he must stay in until the end of his treatment. Sam has been going to the hospital for 3 months. Every day he is there, all he can think about is Evelyn and Sammy. He keeps remembering how she left him, and he will never be able to get her back. Every day he has been getting flashbacks more and more often. His friend at the hospital works at the shipyard when he got word that Miss Evelyn was leaving for North America at the first of the month. That was 1 week away, and the court session is tomorrow. "Please rise," said the court judge one last time. "It has come to my attention that you have been going to the hospital for 3 months, and your condition is getting better. But you still are having flashbacks, and you have not been home for 3 months, so it is probably really dirty, including how you still don't have a job or any way of payment. I'm sorry, but I must get full custody to Miss Evelyn. You two will have to set up visitation rights between the two of you." Court dismissed. "Please, sir," said Sammy, "I need my daughter. She's what gives me strength to do what I do every day. Do not take her away from me, please." "I'm sorry," said Sam. "I'm sorry, Sam," said the judge. "There is nothing I can do for you." Court dismissed. Sam has stopped going to the hospital, and he no longer visits with Sammy. He often gets into depressed rages and throws items around. He starts to get flashbacks on an ordinary basis and doesn't care anymore. Sam has become an alcoholic and stopped going outside other than to buy food and booze. Sam has growing desperate and depressed, walks into the room for the cabinet. As he loads the chamber, he thinks about his life, how it all flashed by, how one moment he was sitting with the love of his life and would not want to be anywhere else in the world, and the next, he is home.